Hey, welcome back to Life with Paulette. Today, as you all can see, this is my breakdown for my black&decker juicer. This is the one that's been requested by one of the sisters for me to arm it up and take it back down, since I mentioned to you guys that sometimes when you do buy for smaller batches, all of your pulp and stuff is not able to fit in here. So you will have to do, if you're making bigger batches, you'll have to do like 2 to 3 dumps. So sometimes it's best to just invest in a bigger juicer if you want to, implement that juicing lifestyle. But for now, I just want to let you all know this is my black&decker. And she's been with me now for a couple years. These will run right around in between $40 to $50. You can find yourself a little minimal juicer that will work for your convenience, because juicing is not something that you just wake up one morning and say, hey guys, I want to juice. It don't work like that, okay? You definitely going to start creating a habit, and the more consistent you become, the more you'll start seeing and noticing like, hey guys, I think I need something bigger. And then you'll go in and basically purchase something, that will work for better batches or bigger batches to name. And as you all can see, it comes, when I talk about the snatches, so it comes like this. So I'm going to take it, put it together, and I'm going to take it back down so that way you guys can get a better view of how it looks. So normally you set the container first. You set that down first in the back. And then this part right here where the juice comes out of, this portion right here, basically it has a little grip in the back of it. So that little grip you want to set right here over this container. So it has like a little snap. So that's how it's gonna look. Y'all see? That's how it's gonna look. You just put it over the little snatches in the back here, and that way you put it on like this. Snatches in. Do not put the strainer in first. You have to do the container, then you put over the holder, then you're gonna go and put your strainer on, and it snatches right in like that. Okay, then you're gonna put on the little hood. I call it the little cap. There's the little cap here. You see that? And that just goes right over. Everything snatches in perfectly like that. And then to make sure that it's sealed in appropriately, you see these little snatches it has like a little hook. You snap it in. The other side, you snap it in. This right here is to help assist you with the vegetables and the fruits. It has like a little, little smiley face, and you put that in, and that is the whole setup. You see that? That's the setup. This is the back portion. At times when you're doing a lot of pushing, what happens is that this portion here gets overwhelmed with all the pulp, and the strainer is so small. What it does is it gets like, when it's full up, or if you put in too much of bigger pieces inside of your equipment, it will bogged up, and even if you push it down, it will just fall over without going through the grinder. I'm just wanted to make sure that I explained that to you guys, because sometimes what happens is that we are so quick and we think we were pro at it, and we start pushing down, and then we get overwhelmed because there's so much vegetables and fruits that we just start doing too much, and then it don't strain. You start getting little pulp inside of your stuff, which with this machine you will get a little bit of pulp. So if you want to strain it extra after, will be nice too. You do not have to get a juicer, guys. You can also put it in the blender. However, though, the step with the blender is a little bit extra, a little bit too much. I would not definitely recommend. If you're one of those fast-paced person that like everything in 1, 2, 3, then I will recommend you guys invest in something small and take your time and get your juicing on. If you're someone that just want to add all of it in there and don't want to do a whole bunch of changing, then invest in a bigger juicer for yourself and your family. But apart from that, this little bad boy been with me now for probably 8 years, and it's worked perfectly ever since. The most I've started to juice on this was last year, and she been used. Okay. Apart from that, you always want to invest in basically the cleanup portion. But before we get to the cleanup portion, I want to make sure to take this bad boy back down, just in case the ones in the back was not paying attention. Okay. Alrighty now. So this is how she looks. I'm not sure if you guys can quite get a good view of it, but everything is snatched in. So the first thing we're going to do is unsnatch, and each side has a snatcher. You pull out the little smiley face. This helps, suppress all the vegetables and fruits. Then you pull the top off. You see that? You pull the top off. Okay. And then you're going to take out the strainer. You won't be able to take this off without first detaching the strainer. So you're going to pull the strainer out. And there you go. You see that? Strainer. And then you're going to take off, I call this like a protector. You see this? It comes with that little thing right here that snatches in and go over the container to help hold it together, which the old way of doing things back then when they just came out was probably good. However, though, now nobody want nothing attached. You want things that's detachable, that you don't have to go through all of that. If you want to dump the pulp, it's on one container here, the next container there. You go and you dump, you come back and you keep juicing. Like literally they're upgraded their systems so that way it makes it easier for, the beginning juicing time individual that's just starting and they don't want to like run them off too quick. So they make it a little bit easier. However, that one you definitely will have to invest, and I don't want you all having to invest unless you really want to go there. Okay, I love $50. You could do some DoorDash and get that bad boy in no time and invest yourself in a juicer. Get all your health together, and it definitely will add value to your health, to your gut, and to your families as well, because you're not going to just juice for yourself, you're going to juice for the family. Remember, there's lots of recipes out there that you guys can go and indulge in. I normally post recipes as well, just to help the sisters and brothers out there that's interested in a juicing lifestyle. Some people drink 3 times a day their juice. Some people actually just add it to their meals. You drink, instead of doing sodas or any type of sweetener drink types, you just want to go ahead and have yourself a fresh squeezed juice and make it yourself, and it's healthier. But that is how I put it together and take it down. And sometimes when I'm doing bulk, like last video that I made, I had to do like 3 times. I had to take it all apart, and just not to discourage you, but once you're starting to juice and all that pulp get out of hand, all that extra start dropping. And I have just a smidget of OCD, so if that's all messy, I have to clean it up and make sure that everything look okay again, and then I put it back together. I try to close my eyes every once in a while, especially if I'm overwhelmed with a lot of fruit and vegetables while it's going through the process. But mainly it will leave a little extra, so you have to make sure that you're thoroughly cleaning after. So the cleanup after, to make everybody's life a little bit easier, I always tell you guys, this little thing is tiny. This little thing right here, it looks tiny, it looks like it's not going to get on your nerves, but trust me, if you do not have the right equipment to clean her, she will get on your nerves. So I will highly recommend you guys invest in a little brush. Get a nice little brush. It don't have to be big like this, but sometimes a little small one, it's too small. I prefer to just grab a bigger one and get in there inside out, take all that extra pulp out, you know, clean it up, and voila. And actually, to make it easier in here, also this brush, you can add your liquids up in here, so that way it makes it easier for you. Instead of putting the liquid soap and then doing it, you could just, you know, press the button and get it done. This one's a little extra, but I'm just saying, yeah, you know, this is all I have at this point, so I wanted to make sure I showed it to you. And then when you come and you're juicing, sometimes you may need a little, you know, this one is like a sponge. This part here is like a sponge. So at the end of the day, if you could find a little sponge one, it's also nice to get into those areas, you know, that you normally would not be able to get a cloth or anything up in there, so that we can get it clean. And sometimes we have a lot of pulp in this area, so if you find yourself, and this can't fit, just to let you all know, I mean, I know you guys know, but this one won't be able to fit in like small portions, so you may need to get something that's flexible to get up in there and get it all shiny all over again, and basically, you know, get your thing clean up. And voila, this is it, guys. This is the video that you guys requested, how to arm up and disarm a Black & Decker juice mixer machine, however you all want to call it. And that's it. That's how I do it. So every so often when I do my batches, I will take it out and I'll do my batches enough for like 2 to 3 days worth. The last one I did, I still have juicing in there because I mainly use them to break my fast in the morning. So that's the first thing I'll put into my system. It's a nice healthy juice to coat the gut. But some folks like to drink them along with their meals. If you're not going so strict and you don't, you know, you just want to do what you got to do, just go ahead, get your meal done and have yourself a healthy juice. That works perfectly as well. If you guys want to join me on Monday, Tuesday, I do what they call put the fork down day. And for those 2 days, I take out of the week where there's no solids. I only do liquids. So for any one of y'all that is interested, you know, also in my links, there's my Facebook page. I also focus on adding a lot of like healthy recipes, healthy options for those that's watching their weight or feel like they need to start a healthier lifestyle. Try to put some nuggets up in there for you all. Y'all can go over there. The link is right there in my bio. Go ahead and click it. Go join the Fit Lifestyle team. Also on Instagram. I don't know if I put my Fit Lifestyle Instagram page on there, but I'll have to go and figure out how to do that one. But that's all I have for you guys today. You know, sometimes you just have to just let me know what you all want, what you all need, what you all feel like you want to see. I'm here for you guys. You know, I'm serving you. So you tell me what's next, okay? What's the next video going to be, guys? Tell me. What is it, okay? With that being said, I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Tomorrow, I definitely will work my way on coming on just to share with you guys off what it is that I'm doing after work. I may do a work video with you guys one day. I'm gonna think about that. Yeah, that way you guys can go on the ride with me. You know, it will be like the walking in my truth while I do my DoorDash. Oh, that's a good topic. You know, walking in the truth, you know, fake walking as she get her shmoney, doing her little side gig economy and entertaining. Great topic. But anyway, I'll definitely leave you guys. You all having a great day, amazing day. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. If you have not yet subscribed to this video, go ahead, hit the bell. And if you like the video, if you didn't like the video, you hit whichever one or you leave a comment. It's fine. It still helps me with the algorithm and I appreciate it either ways. All right. Love you guys. Deuces.